Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for April 2025. Let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the day and month of your birth date to number 9. Why number 9? Because 2025 adds up to 9. So we're going to take the day and month of your birth date and add it to 9. Let's use the example for the birth date, the 28th of March. We're going to add the 28th of March to number 9. So we would go 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 3 for March is 13 plus 9. 13 plus 9 is 22. Then we always add any double digits together until we get a single number between 1 and 9. So with our double number 22, we add the 2 and 2 together to get a 4. That would be the personal year number for the whole year. So one more time, we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 9. If you end up with a double digit number, add those two numbers together and keep adding double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. That is your personal year number for the whole year. I'll use one more example. Let's use the birth date, the 5th of July. We would add the 5th of July to number 9. So we would go 5 plus 7 is 12. Then we're going to add that 12 to number 9. 12 plus 9 is 21. The double numbers there, 21. We're going to add the 2 and 1 together. 2 plus 1 equals 3 to get a single digit between 1 and 9. So that single digit 3 would be a 3 personal year number for the year. So let's begin with the personal year number forecast for each of the personal year numbers, starting with personal year number 1. You guys are in a whole new beginning this year. It's a whole new fresh start as you take steps to creating a new you, a new life, a new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of living. And for the month of April, you are in a 5 month, and that is a month of change. So April brings opportunities, it brings changes, it brings progress and movement. This can be a fast-paced moving month. Now you must realize that things can come out of left field, things you didn't see coming, things you didn't expect. Now they can be very positive surprises. They can be very exciting experiences and opportunities and situations, but they could, for other people, they can actually be challenges. So you're not to know until it actually happens. But one thing is to be certain in that sort of combination of numbers for the month of April is that it's really important that you're adaptable, that you adapt and shift and move with whatever the environment is that presents itself to you, that you accept circumstances quickly, that you adjust yourself and pivot to the new circumstances and new situations, that you can accept things as soon as possible, and that you can refocus your attention and move from that new opportunity, that new set of circumstances. It is a time of change. If there are changes that need to be made, now is the time to deliberately go out there and make those changes happen. If it is a time where changes are needed in your life, but you're not making the changes or not taking the opportunities to be proactive, then those changes may force themselves upon you. Now, we don't actually want that because it can be inconvenient. We want to be in a situation where we have some say and control. That's why it's important, if there are changes that need to be made, that you do take action and that you're proactive so that they don't force themselves upon you and end up being quite inconvenient. This is also a time to have some adventure in your life, to try things you might not normally do, to be a bit more of a mover and a shaker, to promote yourself, to do some new things, to shake things up, maybe have a new outlook, try some different things you won't normally do. Eat different types of foods, maybe go on a day trip somewhere that you've never been, learn something new, study something new. So I'll leave that with you, and I hope you have a fantastic month. And I'll move on now to personal year number 2. You guys are in a year where It is a time of consolidating any changes that happened or any new outlooks or new mindsets or new opportunities that happened and were actioned last year. This year, you are sort of putting all the pieces of the puzzle together and making sure that everything is on solid ground. So you are recalibrating everything and making sure that the changes that have taken place are solid and will stand the test of time. It is a slow-paced year. Things can sometimes happen quite slowly. Things can feel a bit more emotional. They can feel a bit more intense. It is a year where there is a focus on the emotional side and matters of the heart. Now, for the month of April, you're in a 6th month, and that is a focus on family, relationships, partnerships, friendships, relationships with people in general. That can mean work colleagues, work clients, people in the community, neighbors, family, children, friends. It is a month where there is a focus required to make those relationships the best they can be. For some people, there may be relationship issues that rise to be addressed. If there are issues that have been brewing beneath the surface, they will come to the surface to be looked at this month. So it is a month to sort of, be proactive about making relationships the best they can be, taking care of situations, facing issues head on, trying to rectify problems, trying to resolve things, trying to forgive. And for some people, there are things that you cannot move forward from. So therefore, some people may agree to part ways. Some people may agree to disagree. Some people may simply just move forward. So be there for those who need you, to be a shoulder to cry on. Make sure that you look after your own self-care is very important in this combination of numbers. Looking after your own self with self-love and self-honoring, self-confidence building techniques, and taking time out for yourself to make sure that your needs are met as well. It is also a number where there is a good time. It is a good time to focus on domestic responsibilities, things to take care of with home, with property, with land, with gardens, with animals and pets and the home and those kinds of things. So I wish you a wonderful month. And I will move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where there is a strong focus on your ability to have more fun in your life, to feel a bit more carefree, to feel and live life a bit childlike. So you see the beauty and the wonder in the world as children do, to realize first and foremost what is making you unhappy so that you can take steps towards eliminating or improving or changing those circumstances to create more happiness and joy in your life. It sounds like it's a waste of time on paper in the material world, having fun and being joyful. But in the energetic spiritual world, which is really the real world that we are living in, it has more of an influence over the circumstances of our life than the material physical. And that is saying, go out of your way to do whatever you need to do to feel better, to feel good, because we attract what we feel, we attract what we think, we attract what we believe. And that's why it's so important to be more joyful, to attract more positive things in our life. Now, for the month of April, you are in a 7 month. That means there is a focus on your mind, body, and spirit, your well-being, your relationship with source energy, whatever it is you believe spiritually. Some people are religious. Some people believe in the universe. Some people believe in spirit guides and angels. Some people believe in none of what I've just mentioned. But it is a time that you will find a lot of inner peace and a lot of inner harmony and a lot of optimism by expanding your relationship and building and increasing your relationship, whatever you believe spiritually. 7 is the number of the seeker and the searcher in search of the spiritual truth, as well as uncovering the secrets and mysteries of the universe. such as the law of attraction, such as the fact that everything is energy, that a thought is energy, that an emotion is energy, and that energy must manifest into physical form. And so being in charge of the manifestation process with the law of attraction, for example. It is a month where it is important that you do have some quiet time alone if possible. You may not feel as social as you normally would. You may feel like things have slowed down a bit, that you feel that you really just need some R&R, some rest and relaxation. It is a time to be more deep and meaningful. Many people have readings in a 7 energy, as well as studying and learning, especially anything metaphysical, anything to do with psychology, to do with philosophy. But studying and learning in general across any topic is a very good way to spend time in a 7 energy. Time in nature, time in the outdoors, time to go within for meditation, prayer, breathwork, yoga, tai chi, qigong, any of those sort of modalities that help you connect with your own energy source. I leave that with you, and I hope you have a fantastic month. And I'm moving on now to personal year number 4. You guys are in a year where it is all about creating more stability in your life, working towards achieving realistic goals, using your common sense to create more order and organization and structure in yourself as a human being, in your psychological, spiritual, emotional well-being, being grounded, learning how to prioritize what's most important in your life, and doing whatever work needs to be done to achieve it. So for the month of April, you are in an 8 month, and that means there is a focus on career, business, and money. So great month to save, to budget, to not overspend. A great month to look at your job, your career. Are there any new opportunities that you can create? Are there any changes that need to be made to make things better? Some people may find changes in their workplace or work situation, some things they didn't see coming. Some people changes are beyond them. And some people, you are the one to make the changes. You are the one to be in the driver's seat, to provoke or to instill, to create the changes and opportunities that need to be had. This is a month to learn about the law of attraction and the manifestation process, because number 8 is the number of manifestation. Number 8 is the number of achieving an attitude of abundance. To know that abundance isn't just about money and cash, it's to do with opportunity. It's to do with an abundance of happiness and joy, an abundance of friendship, an abundance of creativity, an abundance of ideas, of opportunities, of good times. Learning that what you think and you believe will create the circumstances of your life, and to make sure that what you're thinking and believing and focusing in your attention on is what you want, not what you don't want. And so number 8, for those that are looking to make changes in career, for those that are looking to change jobs or to change some of the circumstances of their existing role. Some people may be taking on extra work. Some people may be scrambling around for work. Some people may be needing more money. Some people will be having expenses and unexpected expenses and, losing money. Everyone's circumstances are different, but the way forward in this month is to have an optimistic mindset and to focus your attention on what you want and learn about the manifestation process and the law of attraction. So I wish you the very best, and I move on now to personal year number 5. This is a year of progress, movement, and change where anything can happen, and it usually does. So this is a month to be prepared for the unexpected and to adapt and pivot into whatever new circumstances present themselves. Acceptance is the key, and being flexible and adaptable. Now for the month of April, you are in a 9 month, and that is a month of endings, completion, and transformation. So it is a month where it is all about out with the old to make way for the new. So take a look at your life, do an inventory. What have you outgrown? What's not working anymore? What have you what do you need to move past? What do you need to let go of? What have you grown out of? Who do you need to forgive? What situations do you need to accept, let go, and move away from? What needs to be forgiven? Who needs to be forgiven and released? It really is a time of realizing what needs to be improved or removed from your life and taking the steps to eliminate what is lowering your vibration and looking at new opportunities where one door closes, another one opens. It's about transforming yourself from one state of being to another. It's where things can shift and change, and to move with those changing tides, to be adaptable and flexible and move with the changes of circumstances, to be optimistic that whatever comes was meant to be, whatever has been left behind is meant to be left behind. So take a look at your life. Figure out what you no longer want or what you've grown out of, or what even you don't need. If there are physical things you don't need, you might literally have a spring clean. You might remove items you don't need in the home, maybe give things to Goodwill or to those in need. It's a great month to be artistic and creative. It's a great month to have conversations, to achieve that closure that you want, to be giving people the closure that they need. Be open to forgiving and moving on and accepting what is, and being optimistic about what's to come. I leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month. And I move on now to personal year number 6. So this is a year where there is a strong focus on the relationships in your life: children, family, friends, work colleagues, neighbors, clients, love partners. Whatever issues that have been brewing beneath the surface may rise to be addressed this year. And there is opportunity to improve relationships, to make them the best they can be. Forgiveness is important, so is understanding, as well as being understanding and forgiving towards yourself. Now, for the month of April, you are in a 1 month, and that is a time of new beginnings, new opportunities, having that mindset of a fresh start, a clean slate, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, creating order, looking at new and efficient ways of doing things. Some people, it can be a new person enters your life, a new friendship. Some people, it might be a new project that you're working on. It might be a new phase of an existing project or relationship or job at work, a new phase to an existing situation. It is definitely a time of things moving forward, so it can be fast-paced energy. It is a time to make decisions, to follow through with them, to be proactive, to be action-orientated, to move forward, to get in the driver's seat of your life and to make things happen. Green light moving forward. So I wish you a wonderful month, and I'll leave that with you there. And I'll move on now to personal year number 7. You guys are in a year where, it can be a slow-paced year, the 7. It's a year that's designed to help you to focus on the inner self, what your inner needs are, what you need for your well-being, for your health, for your mind, body, and spirit. So a great year to embrace spiritual modalities that can help with well-being, with feeling optimistic, with feeling healthy, with feeling connected to your source energy and connected to all that is and to the world around you. This is also a time to take rest and relaxation, to spend quiet time alone and meditation, contemplation, body work, breath work, qigong, tai chi, yoga, those sort of practices that attune you to your body. You are in a 2 month for April, and that means there is a focus on the emotional aspect of you and your life. So there may be events that may trigger certain emotions. There may be things that can happen that can cause you to feel more emotional than normal. There can be just a feeling of, without even having any events to trigger anything, you may sort of start feeling a bit more intense, a bit more emotional. Maybe some people are feeling extra excited and happy. Some people are feeling a little extra lonely or fearful or worried. You know, the 2 is designed to amplify the emotions so that we can recognize them, so that we can understand them through investigating and maybe journaling or contemplating and looking back at the events in your life. Why do I feel this way? Where did these feelings come from? What events happened? Are they real? Are they true? How can I improve how I feel? You know, we can't sort of move an emotion on or move through a situation until the brain consciously understands the circumstance of everything that's going on. That's why contemplation and thinking and analyzing is so important when it comes to looking at your own personal circumstances and achieving personal growth and self-improvement. Number 2 also means we may want to be close to others, might be interested in deepening meaningful connections. Relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface may rise to be addressed. So be aware of that. Some people may even connect with some people or someone or a group of people on an emotional level and feel that they have found their tribe or someone that gets them. So I wish you the very best for that month, for this month of April. And I move on now to personal year number 8. You guys are in a year where it really is important to understand the law of attraction and the manifestation process. Number 8 is the number of creation and manifestation. Deliberate creation will certainly help you in your life when you are aware of how powerful your thoughts are and how powerful your perceptions and beliefs are. And the more you learn about manifesting, whether it's through Abraham Hicks, whether it's through Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, whether it's through Wayne Dyer, whether it's through Dr. Joe Dispenza. You know, it really doesn't matter how you learn. You can even go onto YouTube, you can go onto Google and just put in manifestation, how to manifest, law of attraction, how to create the life you want, how to attract the things you want. Learn about that process this year. You're also looking at money, business, and career. Those sort of themes can be quite at the center of this year, as well as reclaiming your own personal power, you know, your own self-esteem, your own self-worth, all of those sorts of things. Now, you are in a 3-month for April, and that 3 is about, trying to find the fun and joy in your life, trying to get back to basics about things that can make you feel good and things that make you feel happy. First of all, this 3 might highlight what makes you feel unhappy, so that you can get clear about what you need to do or what steps need to be taken to create that joy and happiness. You know, we tend to attract better situations and solutions to problems, being in the right place at the right time, improved health, all kinds of positive outcomes and situations and opportunities are attracted into our life by being joyful and happy. That's a high vibration emotion and state of being. When you are happy and joyful, you are in alignment. When you are in alignment, you create and attract and manifest the things you want with greater ease. Things start to flow easier in your life. You know, you find the synchronicity increases. So being joyful, being optimistic, seeing the glass half full is very important this month, as is creative expression. If you're artistic in any way, if you like writing or journaling, get stuck in. If you need to have heart-to-heart conversations, or you need to express yourself, or you need to get your point across, you must communicate that. You must also go out of your way to have fun and be more social and connect with people that make you feel good and that understand you. So I wish you a wonderful month, and I move on now to personal year number 9. This is a year, it is the last year of a 9-year block of time, and it is the final year of that 9-year period where you are all about out with the old to make way for the new. This is a year that has given you an opportunity to transform yourself and or your life from one state into another state, a better state. So where one door closes, another door opens. And this is really about you walking through that door to make the changes that need to be made, to let go and release what no longer works, what you've grown out of, what you may be bored of, what just has served its purpose, what has come to its own natural end, or an end that is required but through a decision that you need to make. This is a time of becoming the chrysalis into the butterfly, etc. Now, for the month of April, you are in a full month, and that full month is about creating stability in your life. It's about doing the work that needs to be done and the action that needs to be taken to achieve realistic goals. It's about using your common sense. It's about becoming more organized and creating order in your life. What needs to be done to create order and structure in your life? What do you need to do to achieve the goals you want to achieve? You need to write a list. These are the steps that must be taken. This is the action that must be taken, and follow through. Prioritizing what's most important, becoming more routine-based, more dedicated, more committed. Now, this month can be challenging. There can be obstacles and delays. It's about being persistent, being consistent, and just pushing through until you get to the other side. Being optimistic, seeing the glass half full, and taking things one step at a time, and creating the stability, achieving the goals that you want to achieve. This is the month for all of that. So I wish you a wonderful month, and I will be back again for your forecast in May. So have a wonderful April 2025, everybody. Take care.